Hey, how you doing, YouTube? This is Stash back, okay, with my first vlog set of lessons of things like meditation and qigong. Okay, so in the first one, I went over the use of the bell. I didn't even show it in there. You get the bell. I recommend if you start your qigong practice or self-hypnosis or meditation, you might want to tell your subconscious that you're ready to go for the technique that you're using to basically chill out, which is the most important thing in the world today because of the awesome distractions and really fun and interesting, overly interesting internet stuff and smartphone stuff, and everything that we love is taking away our precious concentration. I am guilty of it. Maybe you are too. It's the greatest thing. It connects people and it's fun, but it's also, on the flip side, ruining the concentration of myself and everybody out there. So namaste on that. So I'm gonna teach some basic meditation things that I hope that people like, and then you pick up on and add it to your own knowledge, or use what I've got and to get you started, because we all have a hard time meditating. It's the easiest and yet hardest thing to do in the world, okay, with all the wonderful distractions. So like in my last vlog, the main point is that there is no emptying your mind, or some of those phrases that came maybe out of the 60s or wherever, in America. Not that they didn't meditate good then, but I hear a lot of that, like empty your mind 100% and full Zen power, and do it, and you become empty. It's impossible to think of full nothingness. Okay, you'd be out of this existence. You'd be gone. Into another world or whatever. That's off topic, but you'd be dead. All right. So if you're alive, you're thinking. What the meditation does is slow it down so you can accept this life in this world. Okay, so if you've got some skill and your body can handle it, of course, you go to the lotus position, cross-legged, and go to the floor. That's the best. But, or your yoga position that people use that you guys know. Or now, if you've built too much muscle, or you're not in physical condition that the lotus position, the cross-legged on the floor, is good for, then go to your chair. And I like the fold up metal chairs, that people have, that you go to an event or whatever. Or I'm going to show another one I recommend, right? Okay, so another vlog. So you want to draw a circle, or get one of those stickers on the wall, okay, and have it level so your eyes can look at it comfortable. So you're sitting up, sitting up good. You want to have the best posture you can. Now, if you got some weaknesses or whatever, and even got to lean, don't stop doing this. Okay, just accept all the limitation and enjoy it and do it. Don't say, because I can't sit up straight like a samurai or a Zen Buddhist master or a yogi or swami or Taoist master, etc., etc., yogani, what have you. In other words, if you got some problem, just do it anyway, okay? And then look at one spot. Don't think that you can't think of anything, and don't put too much passion and drive into this. Do that in your real life. Do the best you can. But when you're doing meditation, you're not trying. That's the whole thing. That's why probably in the West, a lot of people who are Western, they go, oh my gosh, go to the East, the East. do what's the magic from the east, the relaxation, because the drive to win and succeed and do and fight and win is not anything to do with meditation. Meditation is not about some kind of winning. It certainly helps people to be the greatest athletes, actors, everything that takes a skill. You'll find that the people who win, they do it. They'll go, well, how did you do it? How'd you win this race? How'd you do that? Well, I do Zen. I got in the Zen. I got in the zone. Well, kind of cancel that out, at least in terms of your meditation, because you're not trying. That's the whole idea. Really, you're just using your breath, focusing on a circle. I'm gonna the picture will be on there, and I'm gonna include a YouTube where I made just your plain circle with nice music. But I recommend trying it no music. Just get the chair or get to the lotus position and line up a circle simply on the wall, eye level to you. Okay. The reason, I don't. You develop it to your height. That's why I'm not really gonna. Probably, if anybody enjoys this, let me know. If you're getting in and out of it, I'll make one with me doing it. Okay, so you go eye level with the spot and focus only on that. Okay, and you're gonna want to dim your eyes. That's good. Just let the eyes relax and accept. And then finally, when you do get to be a good meditator and you're going for a long time, they may close. That's fine. Best way at that point is to let that image of the circle on the wall never leave. So if you get tired and get closed, don't worry. Just let it happen. Okay. Counting with breathing. Okay, so you might inhale 5 and exhale out nice and light 10, and that's your counting. You're counting to 5 and releasing 10 or less. If you don't have that much breath, you're doing just a couple. Just count up to 2 and let out 5. If the thoughts from this world come in, you can reverse, or if you don't like my counting pattern, then I suggest either don't do any counting, just look at the spot. I say don't quit this practice. Or if you don't like the in 5 out 10 of the breathing, always nice like a baby with your nose. Don't let your mouth drag open. Control the mouth. That's true. Don't let it open. Also, another word with that, the best would be to get used to putting your tongue maybe behind your teeth, or so it matches up here. This is the 22 and the 20 point that goes in acupuncture. Or at the top, that's when you want to get used to. Okay, so obtain the greatest posture that your body type and power, muscle strength, and your ability can do. So if you're really strong, then go for it. Get in that lotus position and use your imagination and will, and be that samurai and be the Zen Buddhist master, and go for a long time if you're strong. Just staring one spot on the wall. Okay, and then you can, in the lotus, get your hands crossed. The man's is in the left in front of the right, so you're down there, and hold the women right to over left on the dantian, on that stomach, on that tummy. You can do, that's one thing, that's wonderful, and you just enjoy. Okay, now you can add on either on the chair or in the lotus position on the ground, make a C with your thumb to your little finger. Okay, thumb to your little finger is another thing that you can do, and this, you'll see, feel some energy after a while come in here, in this point, okay? So it's like this. You may have seen, you know, and just let that happen. You'll feel a little energy, let it happen. That'll help you accept things. This is again, there's no winning in this meditation. There's no trying, and that's the whole point, and that's the greatest point, because all we are now in Europe and America and the big cities especially is about this winning and constantly defeating and that, and not missing out and getting in the social media and going crazy, basically. Too much winning, okay? It's making people happy for a little bit, but in the end of the day, what you're going to be able to count on is to get rid of stress and relax with this meditation form. So this C can be a beautiful thing. You just feeling the energy in between there, or even if you don't feel it or you don't believe in it, whatever, make the C to allow yourself relax. I feel it. You know, you might right away. Or you can just make your palms rest on your just above the knee when you're in the chair or in the lotus, okay? And you're just counting. Or again, you know, sometimes you might not like to count, and if you get real good, you just put it in the C's, or put it, you know, your palms when you're in the lotus, and you just sit there. You know, you get a breathing pattern that you like, but you want to probably go with the 5. Inhale, and then exhale out slowly, 10 after all. You want to get into that, and that'll lead the way to becoming a qigong, or a chi builder, basically. So we'll see if anybody watches this. I'll do another vlog that goes into the probably the Buddhist qigong, because the Taoist one can kind of mess you up if you don't know what you're doing. I don't know if I'll go into that, but maybe. The Taoist style is the getting hot and holding in the lungs and getting power that way, getting energy from that way. The Taoism is physical. The Buddhist is more of a spiritual, not focused on holding so much. That's the famous one that you see, all the statues at museums, you know, which is similar to yoga. The prana, energy building techniques from the East, are similar, you know. Kundalini building exercises are similar to qigong. If you're wondering about the chakras, you know, this kind of meditation, you'll get some chi, some energy, prana, if you will, to those. You don't necessarily have to say, I'm sending it to those, one of those chakra wheels, the 7 that go down. The energy will kind of know where you need it to go. And of course, if you get better and better at your yoga, your qigong, you can more and more direct those to those vortexes. But really, really all you need is this step right here. You don't have to go really any farther, in my opinion. Then you don't even really have to do qigong and yoga. It's better. The more you know, the better. But the meditation is sufficient and is the thing that a lot of great people use, really. I mean, some of the top people, filmmaker David Lynch, you know, the Olympic winners, you know, I don't think he talks about it directly, but I think Tom Brady, guys like him, they're in that now. That kind of talk is the way too. You know, the focus on the now, kind of accepting. You see, I'd be surprised if he doesn't meditate, for instance, a guy like him. But you know, that's off topic. It's not easy, because you want to see, you know, what's going on from all the cool things on the internet, stuff like that. But you know, it's distracting more than ever, as if regular TV wasn't enough. So a lot of people are complaining. So like I said on my first vlog, there's a lot of cool things like ASMR. You put the headphones on and the sound travels up over your brain.